Today I'm going to discuss my strategy for the cat cons section. Special emphasis on the word my because this is something which I've developed out of personal experience, and as you study through the cat examinations, you'll figure out your own strategies as well. So this is what I have figured out till now. One thing which cat will definitely teach you is the art of letting go. Because in each and every section our goal is to maximize marks per minute, and hence there will be a lot of questions and cons especially that we can solve, or it might look challenging, but we have to let them go because of the fact that our goal is not to solve a question but to get more as much of marks as possible. Hence it is very important to master the art of letting go if you want to nail CAT. These were my scores in CAT 2019. Uh, Cons and LRT have moderate scores, and VRC section is something which I was really comfortable in, and that was my strength. And that is the major section which actually pulled my marks to where it is. So this is my CAT outlook for the cons section, CAT 2020 outlook. So to score 99 percentile, you need 19 correct questions, and to score the 95 percentile, you need to get 13 correct questions. I believe that in cons, your goal should be to maximize accuracy, because even if you end up solving 15 questions and you solve them right, you're going to score a very good percentile. So, based on my personal experience, there are two strategies which I figured out. So, the first strategy is known as the 0-1 cross strategy. In this strategy, what we do is that we go through the entire paper and we divide questions in three categories: 0, 1, and cross. So, any question that falls to the 0 category, you do it then and there, and then you move on to the next question. Any question that falls in the 1 category, you would mark for review and then you would leave it, and any question that falls in the cross category, you either way are going to leave it. However, we need to ensure that we need to understand that in this strategy there will be some amount of wastage of time, as all the questions that you have marked for review, you'll have to revisit them again and read them again. So that would take away some amount of time, right? One more strategy is the no looking back strategy, in which you look at a question and you decide then and there whether to do it or not. So it is going to be a black and white answer, and there will be no revisiting back. So plan B might save you a lot of time. However, it will slow you down, because it might be that before looking at the entire paper, you start solving something which is difficult, and that might lead to a wastage of a lot of time. So I personally recommend solving the zero using the 0-1 cross, because this allows you to go through all the questions, reach the 100th question, and then decide what to solve and what not to. So apply both the strategies, and it is important that you apply these in mocks so that you understand what you can clarify as what, if be it a 0, be it a 1, or be it a cross. So it's very important that you apply such strategies. So when you study for the cons section, what I did was I divided my study pattern into two phases. First was the knowledge phase. I asked myself, out of the 34 questions, how many can I solve? And I realized that it was around 15 to 16 initially. Then I started building on my knowledge. I made sure that it reached at least till 27 to 28. That yes, if I have unlimited time, out of the 34, I can solve 27 to 28 questions. Now I have the knowledge. Then I moved on to the strategy phase, where I was comfortable that I could solve 28 questions out of the 34. Now it was all about figuring out what to do and what not to do. So then I moved on to the strategy phase. Strategy phase, you will practice using mocks, and knowledge phase is something in which you have to go through each and every chapter: arithmetic, algebra, geometry, modern maths, and number system, and then understand it thoroughly. So build knowledge first, then build on strategy. Because if you start solving mocks and you don't have the knowledge, it will not be as much as beneficial. So yeah. Now while solving mocks, remember, you need to maximize your marks, not the number of solved questions. Like I mentioned earlier, you need to master the art of letting go. It is really difficult for students who have been really good students and have a very high quantitative ability to keep ego at bay, because for them each and every question would be like a challenge and they would solve them not to get marks but to satisfy ego. Don't fall into this trap. Understand that you're doing no good to yourself by taking up a challenge with a particular question. You're not there to take up challenges, you're there to maximize your marks. So yes, if you find a question which is challenging and you know that you can solve it, leave it aside, mark it for review, solve all the other questions and then come back to it. Master the art of letting go. And yeah, give mocks in one sitting. This is very important, because you need to feel the drain after the VARC and after the LRDA section. When you go and move towards the quant section, it drains you out and you need to feel that. So it's very important that you give mocks in one sitting and build that stamina. Tricks: my first recommendation is reach 100. It should never happen that in a quant section you haven't even seen the 100th question. You should be able to do that, and if you are someone who is not able to do that, then give yourself 5 minutes, go through the entire paper, use the 0-1 cross strategy, and then find easier questions and solve them, but see all the questions. Use options, use process of eliminations. Options will help you solve a lot of questions very easily, and then there will be certain common tricks which will be very evident after looking at the question. For example, if a question has the number 625, you need 25, you know that it is equal to 25 squared, so you know that something is going to be involved with squaring. If there is a question which has 1001, which is 7 into 11 into 13, so you need to understand that these are the certain amount of tricks that will be used, and this is something which will develop over time. Feel free to contact me at the mail ID provided here. All the best for CAT 22.